Listen to me carefully. You have always felt different. Not just a little different. Not just quirky or sensitive or unique in a cute way. Different in a way that has no words. Different in a way that has cost you friendships, relationships, and peace. You have sat in rooms full of people and felt completely alone. You have laughed when everyone else laughed, but inside you were asking, is this all there is? Why do I not feel what they feel? Why does their joy feel so shallow and their pain feel so distant? You have been called too intense, too quiet, too emotional, too serious, too weird. And for years, you believe them. You try to shrink. You try to fit into shapes that were never designed for your soul. You muted your voice, dimmed your light, and pretended to be someone you were not, just so you could survive. But today, I am here to tell you the truth that heaven has been waiting for you to hear. There is nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're not defective. You are not a mistake that somehow slipped through the cracks of creation. You are marked. God says, I have marked you from the womb. Before your mother knew your name, I knew your purpose. Before the foundation of the world, I set you apart. You are not a coincidence. You are not an accident. You are a divine appointment. The reason you feel out of place is not because you do not belong anywhere. It is because you belong somewhere else. Your soul vibrates at a frequency that most people cannot fathom. You are tuned to a different station, a higher station, and the static of this world will never feel like home. That longing you feel, that constant, quiet ache for something you cannot name, that is not depression. That is not emptiness. That is your soul remembering where it came from. Every chosen one goes through this. Every prophet, every seer, every vessel of divine purpose has walked the lonely road of feeling like an alien in their own life. Moses felt it in the desert. David felt it in the cave. Elijah felt it on the run. And you have felt it in your school, your workplace, your family gatherings, and your own bedroom. You're in good company. And now, right now, the season of hiding is over. The season of pretending is finished. The season of apologizing for your light is done. If you feel this pull, this strange, undeniable pull toward your true identity, then I need you to do something. Subscribe now. Not because I need followers, but because this is the first step in aligning yourself with the company of the chosen. By subscribing, you are saying to heaven, I am done hiding. I am ready to be seen. And now, listen to what God Himself is saying to you in this moment. My child, do you feel this resonance in your soul? This trembling? This strange and sudden knowing that I am speaking directly to you? If you accept your calling, if you're ready to stop running and start walking in your purpose, then type these words in the comments. I am ready to awaken. Let your words be the first breath of your new life. Do not let this moment pass. Your awakening is here, and it begins with your yes. Now I must speak to you about something difficult, something you have felt but could not name, something you have sensed but convinced yourself was paranoia. Not everyone around you wants you to succeed. I know that sounds harsh. I know it goes against every polite, spiritual, positive thinking message you have ever heard. But the truth is the truth, and love requires honesty. There are people in your life right now, people you trust, people you eat with, people you share your dreams with, who are secretly hoping you fail. They may never say it out loud. They may even believe they want what is best for you. But deep in their spirits, something dark has taken root. Jealousy, envy, competition, a quiet, gnawing resentment every time you succeed, every time you shine, every time you move closer to your destiny. Why? Why would someone who claims to love you secretly want you to stumble? Because you carry something they do not have. Your light exposes their darkness. Your purpose makes them feel the weight of their own stagnation. And instead of facing their own emptiness, they try to extinguish your flame. The enemy, the true enemy, the spiritual force of darkness, knows this. And he is a master of disguise. He does not come to you wearing a red cape and horns. He comes to you wearing the face of friend, a co-worker, a family member, even a ministry partner. His goal is simple: to block your progress without you ever knowing what hit you. He whispers doubts into your ear through their words. He drains your energy through their neediness. He steals your time through their drama. He distracts you from your assignment through their constant crises. But today, everything changes. Archangel Michael, the warrior angel, the protector of the chosen, the one who cast the serpent out of heaven, is speaking directly to you. He says, I am cutting the cords that bind you to those who wish for your downfall. I have seen the secret smiles when you stumble. I have heard the whispered prayers disguised as concern. I have watched them celebrate your delays while pretending to comfort you. And I say, no more. Their influence over your life ends today. This is not a prayer you need to repeat for years. This is a decree. It is done. The cords are cut. The assignments are revoked. The false friends are being removed, not by your hand, but by the sword of Michael himself. But you must do your part. You must stop ignoring the red flags. You must stop giving unlimited access to people who have proven they do not celebrate you. You must learn the difference between someone who prays for you and someone who prays at you. And right now, in this very moment, you must seal this deliverance with your own words. Listen to God's voice. My child, do you sense the shadows creeping around you? Do you feel the weight of invisible hands trying to hold you back? Do you know, deep in your spirit, that some of the people closest to you are not safe? Then stop protecting them. Stop making excuses for them. Stop giving them the benefit of the doubt. Instead, type these words in the comments. I surrender my enemies to God. And as you type, I will break every chain of influence they have over your life. You will walk in peace, not because they have changed, but because their power over you is gone. Do this now. Do not skip this step. Your freedom depends on it. We have talked about your identity. We have talked about the hidden enemies. Now I need to talk to you about something that will make your heart race with hope. Suddenly, that is the word heaven has released over your life. Not eventually, not someday, not in the next season. Suddenly, the God of heaven does not move on human timelines. He is not bound by your company's promotion schedule. He does not answer to your bank's lending criteria. He does not check the economy before he releases a miracle. He moves suddenly. One day, everything looks the same as it always has. The same struggles, the same frustrations, the same closed doors. And then, suddenly, everything changes. Suddenly, a door opens that has been welded shut for years. Suddenly, a conversation happens that shifts your entire trajectory. Suddenly, a check arrives that covers what you thought would drown you. Suddenly, your phone rings with an opportunity you did not even apply for. Suddenly, the person who overlooked you is now fighting for your attention. This is not fantasy. This is the testimony of every single person in Scripture who served the living God. The Red Sea did not part gradually. It parted suddenly. The walls of Jericho did not crumble over time. They fell suddenly. The tomb did not crack open slowly. It burst open suddenly when the stone was rolled away. Paul did not become a disciple through a long process of intellectual persuasion. He was knocked off his horse suddenly by a blinding light. Your sudden is coming. Heaven just announced it. In the throne room of the Most High, a decree has been issued. And that decree concerns the blockage that has been sitting in your path for months or years. That blockage, whatever it is, a toxic boss who will not approve your transfer, a financial wall that seems impossible to climb, a legal situation with no visible resolution, a relational dead end that has left you stuck. Heaven just announced, the blockage in your path is being removed by my hand, not by your striving, not by your connections, not by your cleverness, by my hand. And here is the part that will make you weep with relief. What was meant for your destruction is turning into your promotion. The very thing the enemy sent to destroy you, that failed project, that false accusation, that unexpected layoff, that betrayal, God is flipping it. It will not push you down. It will launch you forward. Think about Joseph. His brothers sent him to the pit to destroy him. But that pit became the pathway to the palace. Think about Daniel. His enemies threw him into the lion's den to kill him. But that den became the platform for his promotion. Think about Jesus. Satan meant the cross to be the end. But the cross became the victory that saved the world. Your enemy meant it for evil. God meant it for good. So do not fear the sudden. Welcome it. Expect it. Prepare for it. Because when heaven moves suddenly, hell cannot stop it. And neither can the people who have been blocking you. This is your moment. Your shift is not coming. It is here. We have spoken about identity, about hidden enemies, about the sudden shift. Now I need to talk to you about something that chosen ones often struggle to accept. The blessing is yours. I know that sounds simple, but for many of you, accepting blessing is harder than enduring suffering. You know how to struggle. You know how to survive. You know how to make do with little, but abundance, overflow, more than enough, that feels foreign. That feels uncomfortable. That feels like something that happens to other people, not to you. But God says, the harvest you have waited for is now ripe. The famine in your life is over. Do you understand what that means? A famine is not just a lack of food. A famine is a season where nothing grows, nothing prospers, nothing advances. You plant seeds and they die. You work harder and achieve less. You pray and heaven seems silent. That season, that long, brutal, exhausting season, is over. Not nearly over. Not ending soon. Over. The harvest is ripe. And a ripe harvest does not wait. It does not apologize for being abundant. It does not shrink itself to make you comfortable. It demands to be gathered. So what is in this harvest for you? Financial freedom. Not just a raise. Not just a little extra breathing room. Freedom. The kind where money stops being the first thing you think about in the morning and the last thing you worry about at night. The kind where you can bless others without checking your balance first. The kind where lack loses its power over your decisions. Emotional healing. The wounds that have kept you reacting instead of responding, healed. The triggers that have made you push people away, disarmed. The shame that has made you hide, dissolved. You will not just manage your pain. You will be free of it. Restored relationships. Not all relationships. Some relationships need to stay in the past. But the ones that were meant for you, the ones that were fractured by misunderstandings, by timing, by the enemy's interference, those are being restored. Not to the way they were. Better than before. This is your blessing. It is already released. It is already on its way. But here is the catch. You must receive it. Many people miss their blessing not because God withholds it, but because they cannot bring themselves to open their hands. They're so used to grasping, controlling, protecting, surviving, that they cannot receive. Do not let that be you. The overflow is racing toward you, and you need to keep your spirit open to receive it. That is why I'm asking you, urgently, to subscribe. Not for me, for you, because this prophetic stream is a pipeline, and you need to stay connected to the source if you do not want to miss your delivery. And now, listen to God's voice one more time. My child, do you believe that your time has come? Not tomorrow, not next year, now. Do you believe that the famine is over and the harvest is here? Then stop questioning. Stop hesitating. Stop waiting for a sign you already have. Type these words in the comments. Amen. I receive my abundance. And as you type, I will release every blessing that has been held back. Your hands are open. Your season has come. Type it, mean it, and prepare to be overwhelmed by goodness. I know what is happening inside your mind right now. Even as you read these words, even as your spirit soars with hope, your mind is already fighting back, already whispering doubts, already trying to talk you out of believing. This is too good to be true. You have heard messages like this before and nothing happened. Who do you think you are to receive such blessings? Maybe this is for someone else, not for you. I know these thoughts. I have fought them myself, and I am here to tell you that they are not your thoughts. They are attacks. The enemy cannot stop your blessing from being released. That battle is already lost, but he can try to stop you from receiving it. And his primary weapon is doubt. Doubt is not harmless. Doubt is not just being realistic. Doubt is a spiritual force that closes your hand before the blessing can land in it. Doubt makes you question what you just heard. Doubt makes you hesitate at the door of opportunity. Doubt makes you turn back when you're inches from your breakthrough. That is why Archangel Michael is speaking directly to you right now. He says, I am placing a shield of fire around your mind, not around your body, not around your home, around your mind, because that is where the battle is being fought. That shield will protect you from thoughts of failure, from memories of past regrets, from the voices that tell you that you are not worthy. The fire will burn every lie before it can take root. Your mind is no longer enemy territory. It is holy ground, but you have a role to play. You cannot passively wait for the shield to work while you continue to entertain every negative thought. You must fight, not with fists, with words, with decrees, with declarations. Every time doubt whispers, answer back. Every time fear knocks, quote a promise. Every time the memory of past failure rises, announce a future victory. You're not your thoughts. You're the one who watches your thoughts. And you have the authority to reject the ones that do not serve your destiny. Listen to God's voice. My beloved, do not let fear steal your vision. I have shown you what is coming. I have opened your eyes to your identity. I have cut the cords to your enemies. I have announced your sudden shift. I have poured out your blessing. But if you let doubt take the wheel, you will drive right past everything I have prepared for you. So fortify your mind. Strengthen your spirit. Type these words in the comments. My spirit is unbreakable. And as you type, know that I am sealing your mind with a fire that no enemy can cross. Type it, declare it, and mean it with every fiber of your being. We have come to the final chapter of this transmission. You have learned who you are. You have identified the hidden enemy. You have received the decree of a sudden shift. You have claimed your overflowing blessing. You have fortified your mind against doubt. But none of this is temporary. None of this is a fleeting emotional experience that will fade by tomorrow morning. What has happened in this moment, what has shifted in the spirit realm, is permanent. Because this is not just a message. This is a covenant. A covenant is not a promise. Promises can be broken. Covenants cannot. A covenant is a binding, eternal agreement sealed by the highest authority in the universe. And God is making a covenant with you right now. He says, I'm the Alpha and the Omega. I am the beginning and the end. I am the one who was, who is, and who is to come. And your journey from this moment forward is protected until the very end. Not until you fail. Not until you mess up. Not until you doubt again. Until the very end. You are mine. Not conditionally. Not temporarily. Eternally. You are mine. This means you never have to earn this again. You never have to prove yourself again. You never have to spiral into shame because you had a bad day or a weak moment. You are held. You are covered. You are sealed. But you must make a decision. A covenant requires two parties. God has done his part. Now you must do yours. That is why I'm asking you to take one final step. Join our spiritual family. Subscribe and click the notification bell. Not because I need your subscription, but because you need daily guidance straight from the source. You need to stay in the stream. You need to wake up every day to a reminder that you are chosen, that you are protected, that your blessing is still flowing. Do not walk away from this moment and try to do this alone. You were never meant to. And now, for the final time, listen to the voice of your Father. My child, you have come so far. Through the loneliness, through the confusion, through the betrayal, through the doubt, and you are still here. That is not luck. That is my hand. Now, seal this covenant. Do not leave this page without putting your name on what I have given you. Type these words in the comments. My life is governed by God. And as you type, let this be the dawn of your new reality. Not a reality of struggle. Not a reality of hiding. Not a reality of almost but not quite. A reality of walking with me, step by step, day by day, until the very end. You are mine, and I am yours. Forever. Type the words, seal the covenant, and step into the life you are always meant to live. You are chosen. You are protected. You are blessed. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will ever change that. Go. Walk in your new reality. And never look back. If you receive this message, do what heaven has asked. Subscribe. Type your declaration in the comments. And if you're called to support this mission, the link is in the description. Your awakening is complete. Your new life begins now.